Ever wonder what goes into running a city like Lethbridge and how much it costs? Well, first you should know there are two budgets to work with: capital budget and operating budget. The capital budget consists of one-time construction costs that go towards roads, recreation facilities, new parks, buildings, and utility projects. A majority of our non-utility capital budget comes from provincial and federal grants, as well as off-site levies paid by private developers. The projected capital budget over the next 4 years is $489 million. That's about $122 million a year. The operating budget covers annual operating costs for services such as police, fire, electric, parks operations, transit, water and sewer, snow removal, as well as library, ice arenas, and pool services. Lethbridge's projected operating budget for 2015 is $341 million. This number is based on all estimated revenue and expenses throughout the year. This is where your city taxes play a major role. Now let's get down to property tax. As an example, let's use a single-family home valued at $267,000. That would make your total property tax for the year $2,711. Of that amount, 24% goes towards provincial education. That's $651 of your total property tax amount. 1% goes towards Green Acres Foundation. So $27 of that $2,711 helps to house our senior population. The remaining 75% is your municipal taxes, which works out to $2,033. Let's take a look at how the municipal tax is broken down. 22% of that $2,033 goes towards police services. In other words, $447 a year goes towards keeping our community safe. Our police service responds to over 50,000 emergency calls and 6,000 criminal incidents per year. The average homeowner pays just $37 a month for these services. Fire, EMS, and 911 services accounts for 14% of the pie. That's $285 a year, or $23 a month. That money gets us a fully integrated fire and EMS staff that are fully trained and equipped to both fight fires and provide paramedic services. It also goes towards our 911 center, which receives about 100,000 calls per year. 8% or $163 a year helps manage City of Lethbridge parks and cemeteries. That means $14 a month helps maintain over 1,350 acres of city parks, plus 4,200 acres of natural park space. This includes paved and unpaved pathways. The city also manages 4 cemeteries as well as the Nikiyuko Japanese Gardens. 9%, that's $183 a year, is allocated to recreation and culture. This helps maintain facilities such as aquatics, arenas, and the NMEX Center. This amount also supports the operation of Fort Whoop-Up, the Southern Alberta Art Gallery, and the Allied Arts Council, to name a few. The monthly breakdown here is $15. 9% also covers transportation and street lighting. In other words, $183 a year pays for road operations and maintenance. This service includes snow and ice management, street sweeping, as well as roadway, sidewalk, pathway, and bridge maintenance. The monthly breakdown here is $15. Another 9% goes towards City of Lethbridge's Pay-As-You-Go plan. This plan was introduced back in 1991 to help Lethbridge reduce the debt load associated with capital projects. This funding is used to pay for capital projects without having to rely as much on debt. Pay-As-You-Go has helped Lethbridge achieve one of the lowest debt per capita levels of all cities in Alberta. This accounts for $183 a year, or $15 a month. Public transit accounts for 8% of your municipal taxes. This works out to $163 a year, or $14 a month. The Lethbridge Transit Service provides regular fixed-route transit, school bus service, and assessor ride service for those who need a little extra care and assistance when traveling about our city. Lethbridge Public Library has 2 branches which welcome over 700,000 visitors a year. 4%, or $81 of your municipal taxes, helps maintain this valuable community resource. 9% goes towards administration, corporate services, and governance. That's $183 a year towards financial services, taxation and assessment, human resources, and information technology. This also includes community services and infrastructure services support. This works out to $15 a month. 5% is allocated to facility services. In other words, $108 a year or $8 a month covers project management services for city construction projects such as the Crossings Leisure Complex and the Labor Club renovation. The remaining 3% consists of planning and regulatory services, which helps with community and neighborhood planning, downtown development, and economic development. We hope this breakdown has given you a better idea of how your tax dollars are spent. For more information on municipal taxes, including the tax installment payment plan, please visit lethbridge.ca/taxes.